Do you frequently find yourself putting essential tasks off until tomorrow, later, or never instead of doing them today? If procrastination has worked its way into your life, it may be time to change the way you think about your tasks and goals and begin to utilize better ways of tackling those things you've been procrastinating on. As you can imagine and probably know from personal experience, when you procrastinate, it not only affects the task, but it can also affect you emotionally and bring on feelings such as guilt, inadequacy, and stress. So what is procrastination? And what can you do to prevent it? Procrastination is the action of delaying or postponing something. In other words, procrastination is doing more pleasurable things in place of less pleasurable ones. The end result is that important tasks are put off to a later time. There are many reasons that you may procrastinate. Poor time management, anxiety about a certain task, and being bored by a certain task are just a few of the reasons that people procrastinate. In the end, procrastination usually leads to more stress. With that being said, here are some tips for overcoming procrastination and building momentum. Number 1. Approach the task differently. Always be mindful of how you approach tasks. Ask yourself, do I need to use a different technique? Will a new way of approaching this task make me feel better? How can I get some joy out of starting this project? We all work in different ways and are inspired by different things. Find what works well for you and go with it. Boring tasks are annoying because they're very narrow and don't allow you to be creative. A good solution to this problem is giving your task more depth. This is how you'll make it more interesting and become focused on the task, consequently completing it faster than ever before. Instead of seeing it as an on-off kind of task, look at the potential ways in which you can achieve more in less time. Take small steps to make the task more enjoyable and always look for smart ways to optimize it. Number 2. Change your environment. Different environments have different impacts on our productivity. Look at your work desk and your room. Do they make you want to work or do they make you want to snuggle and sleep? If it's the latter, you should look into changing your workspace. If you work at home and you've realized that your productivity and work output has been at a slump recently, you might need to change the location or appearance of your workspace. You can move to a new location or change the scenery of your workspace. If you work in a company building, you probably don't have the chance to change the location of your workspace, but you can still make a few changes by tidying your space, adding a few personal touches, and simply making it look different. Changing your workspace location and appearance increases your productivity and creativity and allows you to be more innovative. Number 3. Plan. Did I say plan? The time we spend in preparation and planning to see a task to completion is imperative. State your objective in clear and measurable terms. Understand exactly what the end result of the task will be before taking the first step. Ask for clarification if you have been given a task that you do not fully understand, or if you have not been given all the details you need. Set a time limit for yourself. Put a deadline on your tasks and work to reach that deadline. If you need to complete a short, mindless task, set a timer to ensure that you get it done as quickly as possible. Create a specific window of time and you'll be challenged to keep your focus throughout the activity. This way, you'll also get to more pleasant tasks sooner. Number 4. Break it down. Often the reason that we procrastinate is because the task ahead of us is too big. Often there are small parts of the task that can be done. How do you climb a mountain? One step at a time. Big projects can feel overwhelming. Break them down into the smaller parts, then focus on one part at the time. You'll get more done if you can do it piece by piece. Even the most dreadful tasks can be done in small increments. If you still procrastinate on the task after breaking it down, then break it down even further. Soon, your task will be so simple that you will be thinking that you might as well just do it now. Number 5. Do the most important task first. In order to accomplish tasks in a timely fashion, and quite possibly in a short time frame, is ordering priorities from most important to least important. While getting everything successfully completed with the desired time frame is advisable, sometimes it is just plain impossible. Sit down, list everything from most important to least important, and highlight the first few that have to be completed. Completing those first will be number 1 priority, and if the other tasks are simply untouched, it is okay. Number 6. Get a companion. Identify the people, friends, or colleagues who trigger you, most likely the go-getters and the hard workers, and hang out with them more often. Soon you will inculcate their drive and spirit too. Having a companion makes the whole process much more fun. Ideally, your buddy should be someone who has his or her own set of goals. Both of you will hold each other accountable to your goals and plans. While it's not necessary for both of you to have the same goals, it will be even better if that's the case, so you can learn from each other. What is it you want to accomplish here? And who are the people who have accomplished this already? Go seek them and connect with them. Seeing living proof that your goals are very well achievable if you take action is one of the best triggers for action. Number 7. Track your tasks. The simple act of tracking a task is often enough to keep the goal moving forward. It seems odd, but knowing that you are going to write down whether or not you have done something is often enough to make you move forward. Number 8. Boost yourself up. Give your own motivation a good boost. Trust in your strengths. Take a moment to reflect upon other tasks that you have accomplished and feel good about. Keep reminding yourself that you can be successful. Number 9. Reward yourself. If you put in a simple personal reward system, you find a reason to keep going. The magnitude of the reward is not directly proportional to motivation. Even the smallest of rewards can get you all pumped up to do more. The reason for a reward helping your energy levels is backed by science. Every time you receive a reward, your body releases dopamine, which creates a sense of pleasure. To top that, dopamine is highly addictive no matter what form it shows up in. You crave for more and more dopamine. By building a reward system for yourself, you are using your dopamine to your advantage. The only person who can reward you for your efforts is yourself. The only person who can motivate you to keep going is also yourself. So, do not miss out on the opportunity to reward yourself a treat because you definitely deserve it. Overcoming procrastination can be done, and it usually involves both better organizational and time management. You can start overcoming procrastination now, and in the process, feel much better about yourself. Once you get the hang of it, you'll be surprised at how much joy, exhilaration, and sense of accomplishment is on the other side of procrastination. Remember that even successful people occasionally procrastinate. Procrastination is not a permanent condition.